Beth, Beth, Beth,
What do you want?
I am ready for the balloon fiesta. I've got the balloons, I've got our passes, I've got my hat. I am ready to go, and I love balloons. Helium, mylar, the kind you twist into animals. I can't wait.
It is way too early.
This is incredible.
This is the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. This is Mass Ascension.
This is STEM in 30.
I gotta catch a ride.
Well, this is still cool.
Where are you guys?
Woo-hoo-hoo.
This is 7:30.
Hi, I'm Marty Kelsey, and I'm coming to you today live from the National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. I just got back from the International Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and it was incredible. Now, when I was in high school, I used to crew for a hot air balloon. I'd seen several of them in the air, and I even flew once, but nothing prepared me for Albuquerque. It was just visually overwhelming. Now, my co-host, Beth Wilson, who's normally here with me, is still in Albuquerque, and we're going to be going live to her in just a few minutes. But first, I want to welcome you guys, Washington International School. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. We appreciate it. These guys have some great questions that they're going to be asking today. And for all of those of you watching on TV or online, be sure to submit those questions. We have an expert, Kurt Westergaard, standing by downstairs, ready to answer those. Now, are you guys ready to head back out to Albuquerque to Beth and Tom Crouch?
Yeah.
All right. Beth, how's Albuquerque?
It's great, Marty. Thanks a lot. And I'm joined by our curator, Tom Crouch. And we are still live in Albuquerque at the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. Now, Tom, we've got a great view out this window.
No, we do.
Do you want to tell us where we're standing?
Well, we're standing in the Anderson Abruzzo Albuquerque International Balloon Museum, right here on the edge of the Fiesta grounds.
And the Fiesta is still going on. Do you want to give us a little history? How did this get started? We've got all these balloons. How did this all get started?
Well, way back in 1971, there was a guy here in Albuquerque named Sid Cutter who operated the local flying service. And his mother was having a big birthday that year, and he bought a balloon, a hot air balloon. Now, at the time, they were almost brand new. That was the first balloon in Albuquerque. And he didn't even buy it to fly it. He hung it up from his hangar and used it as a party decoration. And then the next day, he went out and made some of his first flights with his brother. The next year, a local radio station was having an anniversary, and they originally asked Cutter if his balloon could be part of it. And the more they thought about it, the more they thought, wouldn't it be neat to have a record number of balloons? Well, the record at that point was 19 that had been set in Britain. So they set out to break that record, and they didn't, they missed. But the next year, they had even more balloons, and ultimately, this festival reached over 1,000 balloons. Now today it's fewer. They limit it to about 600 balloons. But every October, this is the sky over Albuquerque, balloon capital of the world.
And the day starts by checking the weather. We have something called morning glow, where they cold inflate the
Right.
balloons, and then they have to heat the air, and so that's a spectacular view. And then they have dawn patrol. Do you want to tell us what the dawn patrol balloons do?
Well, those are a few balloons that go up first in the morning to see what weather conditions are like, what the winds are doing. Wind is really important in ballooning. You can't fly in a whole lot of wind. So these guys go up to tell the other pilots basically what's happening up there.
So they're sort of the weather balloons. If you
They
will.
are kind of, yeah.
And then we go into mass ascension,
Mhm.
and which is all the balloons going up,
Right.
and there are competitions throughout the day. So the fiesta is really an all-day thing.
It is.
Now we have actually recently accepted a balloon into the National Air and Space Museum. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
We have. It's a lovely hot air balloon that has the Smithsonian emblem, the Smithsonian sun on it, and Smithsonian colors, blue and yellow. And so, yeah, we have our own Smithsonian Institution balloon.
And it was built at Adams Balloon Company.
Right.
And we got a chance to talk to Andy Richardson, who owns the balloon company. So let's see what he had to say to us.
I'm joined by Andy Richardson, owner of Adams Balloons here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thanks so much for talking with us today.
Happy to be here.
You guys actually built all of these balloons you see behind you, right?
We did. Every balloon on the wall we've built here in this shop.
That includes the Smithsonian balloon?
Yes, that's our favorite balloon that we've made so far.
And you guys build them right here and do some other things in this shop, right?
We do. If you'd like to come with me, I'd be happy to show it to you.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Where did the designs come from?
Honestly, the imagination is your limit. We can build basically any shape. So when I was a kid growing up, Peter Pan was one of my favorite movies, and at the end, Captain Hook's pirate ship that flies through the sky, and that was literally where my thought process was, I guess, for doing a flying pirate ship. That was what gave me the idea, and then it just was simply sitting down and designing it so that it was aerodynamic enough to fly.
Now, how do you design these balloons?
We use a CAD program. We use a computer program that does all of the stress analysis, all of the calculations, and we simply just fact check it during the building process to make sure that the computer has talked to the printer properly and that it comes out to the cutting floor so that we can produce the balloon exactly how the computer says.
That's not how you used to do them, is it?
No. When I first started, we literally would do graph paper, and we had a square and a 90, and we would make the massive patterns ourselves on the tables, and the construction process took weeks longer. But now that we let the computer do it, it's a pretty straightforward process.
I imagine there's a little bit of math involved in that.
There is. There sure is. It made me wish I worked a little bit harder in school, but we got it figured out.
Seems like there's a little bit of cutting and sewing involved in this.
Yes, it's a big process.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for showing us around
Sure,
today.
not a problem.
Now, we have collected a balloon that Andy built for us, but the Albuquerque International Balloon Museum collects a whole bunch of balloons and ballooning
It's a great museum.
equipment. So we did get a chance also to talk to the lead curator here, and she gave us a little overview of the museum that we're standing in.
Hi, I'm Marilee Schmidt-Nason, Curator of Collections at the Anderson Abruzzo Albuquerque International Balloon Museum. Since we opened in 2005, the museum has hosted nearly 1 million visitors from across New Mexico, around the country, and throughout the world. An extensive collection of artifacts, impressive and interactive exhibitions, and engaging educational programs make it one of the world's premier museums about ballooning and lighter-than-air aviation. The Balloon Museum emphasizes themes of exploration, discovery, and achievement through its subject matter, which encompasses history, science, technology, art, and culture. The Balloon Museum is open year-round and hosts many community-oriented special events, features unique art and architecture, We certainly hope to see you here at the Balloon Museum. Please come by soon.
Do you want to take some questions?
Sure.
Let's start with an online question. How do the balloons avoid hitting each other?
Well, sometimes they do. We say they kiss when two balloons come together like this, but it can be dangerous. So they avoid it by just trying to maneuver so that that kind of thing doesn't happen.
So if they can touch each other this way, what happens if one comes up under another?
Well, that's the worst thing that can happen. As you can imagine, when somebody comes up from below you, you're going to be in real trouble.
We have another online question. Is the Smithsonian hot air balloon on display at the museum?
Well, the envelope isn't, although we're putting a picture of it up. But the basket that goes with our envelope is on display. So you can come to the Stephen F. Garhazi facility and see it any day.
Now, the envelope is the actual balloon part.
The envelope is the part that you fill with hot air, right?
Okay, and we have an audience question now.
Hi, my name is Ali, and my question is, how does weather at the Fiesta affect how the balloons fly?
Okay, that's a really good question, Ali. How does the weather affect the Fiesta?
Oh, it has an incredible effect on it. You can't launch balloons in much of a wind at all. So yesterday, for example, and the day before, things were really quiet around here because there was a pretty good wind. So yeah, ballooning is pretty much dictated by the wind, by the air.
But we have a good day today.
We sure do.
Now, as you know, I actually got to ride in a hot air balloon while we were here. And it was an experience that I was really excited to have.
Well, tell us about it.
Well, let me start with the balloon. Balloons have names.
Right.
My balloon's name was Whirl Away, and it was piloted by Jim Lynch. And, you know, when you think about ballooning, and one of the things that comes to my mind is The Wizard of Oz. And that pilot didn't know what he was doing, and he kind of got lost, and he ended up being the wizard. But Jim really knew what he was doing. I mean, these pilots are trained, and they're pilots. I mean, you think about pilots flying airplane, but these things are also in the sky.
Right.
And Jim was really on top of it. He could, you know, navigate the wind and get us floating in the right direction. And so I was really secure with him.
So you weren't scared?
No, I wasn't scared. When we took a helicopter ride a few months ago, and I was really nervous about that. But you get into a helicopter in an airplane, and you hear the roar of these engines, and then you really feel the pull of gravity as you take off. So you really know that you are leaving the ground and going into the air. But with the balloon, you know, you hear the roar of the gas, the propane heating up the balloon, and then you look down, and it's as if the earth has just fallen away from your feet. And I'm not enclosed to anything. I mean, I was in a basket and it felt really very comfortable. And the views were just incredible because you're in that basket. You're not looking out a little window. You know, you can lean over. The only thing I was worried about was dropping my camera, so I actually put it around my wrist. But the view of the city and the other balloons were just really, really incredible. And
How many balloons were in the air at the same time?
oh, I think there are 550 balloons out here now. They weren't all up at the same time, so I got to watch some of them take off. But when you're up there, it's so quiet, you know, and you can hear the burning of the other tanks. And when I got down, the ballooning community is really friendly. They were very excited for me. There was a little ceremony, and I was welcomed in.
You got wet, right?
Yeah, I did. I had a little champagne dumped on my head, but that was fine. I felt really welcomed into the ballooning community. They were just really fantastic people. So I have a question for you. Why do you think people are still interested in this form of transportation.
This was the first way human beings flew, lighter than air, in hot air balloons, in fact. And I think it's because, balloons are big and they're colorful. They fly low to the ground. When you see one coming in your direction or in the distance, it just catches your eye. So I think it's just the fact that they look so neat and exciting, and there's that sense of romance about ballooning too.
And you can see people on the ground. I was waving at people as we went along. I think we are ready for some more questions. Are you ready to take some more questions? Let's start with an online. What is your favorite part of flying a balloon?
I think it's just being in the air. Because as you said, it's very quiet. You can hear everything on the ground. It's kind of reflected back up to you. You're moving slowly over the landscape. When everything's going well, you're moving slowly over the landscape. When you're flying here, you're with all of these other balloons, and there's just no sense like being in the air in a balloon.
And we have an in-house question. We've got one from the audience.
Hi, I'm Matthias, and my question is, what kind of license do you need to pilot a hot air balloon?
What kind of license do you need to pilot a hot air balloon?
Well, balloon pilots are licensed, like all licensed. You have to go to school. There's ground school involved. You have to learn about the physics of flying. You have to learn about weather. And then you go out with an experienced balloonist and train in the air. So yeah, it's quite a process, but licensed like any other kind of pilot.
Just like driving a car. We have another online question. Oh, how many people are needed to maneuver a balloon?
Well, there's really only one pilot in the balloon, and he does everything. When he wants to go up, he burns propane, heats the balloon, up he goes. When he wants to go down, he lets it cool off. But in terms of your direction, you're going to go where the wind blows you. You can go up or down looking for a breeze that's going in the direction you want to go, but you're going to go with the wind.
Yeah, we've been talking about hot air balloons, but there are gas balloons too. And I think Marty has an example of some of the experiments we can do with gas balloons.
All right, I've got a couple of friends here, Olivia and Maya, and they both have a balloon. Each is filled with a different gas, and I'm going to have you each one drop your balloon here in just a second. We're going to see what happens. You guys ready? On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Olivia, you're kind of got like a dog on a leash there. What's going on?
My balloon fell down because of its gas in it.
Okay, and what happened with yours?
Well, mine floated.
Okay, so what do you think the difference in the two gases is?
I guess this one is lighter than air.
That's exactly right. This balloon's filled with helium, which is lighter than air. And while I was in Albuquerque, I actually got a chance to talk with two people, Barbara Fricke and Peter Cuneo, who are not only hot air balloon pilots, but also gas balloon pilots. And they fill those balloons with helium, just like this one, only they're a little bit bigger. And they're competing in a gas balloon race called the America's Challenge. I got a chance to ask them about their balloon and about that race. Check it out.
Gas balloons are white, and that's actually to reflect the sun so we don't heat up the gas inside. They're using helium or hydrogen, and helium's like the little party balloons you get that float in the sky and you release and they go up and they go away. Well, that's what lifts us up in the gas balloon, and we will go fly for 2 to 3 days, night and day. The competition is to take off. All the balloons will take off from the same spot, and they'll see who can fly the furthest from that spot without landing. You can't land, you can't get more gas. You got to keep going. So you got to eat, you got to sleep, you got to do everything. And drinking lots of water is the most crucial, because we're out in the elements at 10,000, 14,000, and we just have to have water. Now
you can actually follow along with Barbara and Peter as they compete in America's Challenge. On our resources section of our website, we've added a link where you can follow along all of the gas balloons, but especially our friends Barbara and Peter, and see how they do on the America's Challenge. And the amazing thing is, they're in New Mexico right now. They are launching later today. Their landing zone is Eastern Canada. So they could literally fly from New Mexico all the way here to Washington, D.C. or further. So be sure to follow along there. Now I want to tell you guys about one of my favorite parts of the Fiesta. They have trading cards for all of the balloons, and kids go up and they get these trading cards and you can trade them kind of like baseball cards, which I loved when I was a kid and still do. And so I'm walking along and I have that big goofy hat on that you guys saw earlier in the show. And this young lady comes up and goes, "Do you have any of the trading cards?" And of course I didn't, because I'm not a hot air balloon pilot. And I said, "No, but I do have something for you." And I took my hat off and I gave it to her. And that hat was extremely popular at the Fiesta, and her grin just lit up. It was absolutely one of the highlights of my trip. So we're going to send it back over to Beth and Tom in Albuquerque. Beth, I hear that you were a little bit of a basket case when you were in the balloon.
I was not a basket case when I was in the balloon. I was actually very calm. But just going up in the balloon is only part of the story, because you have to land it. And we landed miles away from the field here, although we see a lot of them are landing on the field today. The wind took us off. And now there's another important job, which is the chase crew. Right. And you and our producer, John, were part of that chase crew to come pick me up.
We were.
And John was there to film it. So let's see how it looked.
We're getting to taste the really fun part of hot air ballooning, chasing. I flew out here once with Pete Cuneo, and we wound up over on the Sandia Reservation where you're not supposed to be, but they found us.
That's great. Okay, Tom, how about we take some more questions?
Great.
All right, let's start with an online question. Why is the Balloon Fiesta held here in Albuquerque?
Well, one of the reasons, Beth, is because of Sid Cutter, and that way back in 1971, 1972, that kind of put the balloon mark on Albuquerque. And of course, with the festival here, it just sort of grew, and so Albuquerque became kind of the balloon capital of the world. But if you look out behind us at the sky, just clear as a bell, there's not a cloud in it. Meteorological conditions are kind of special in Albuquerque too, with the way in which the winds work. Just a perfect place to fly balloons.
Now, I've heard of the Albuquerque box. Do you want to tell us what the Albuquerque box is?
Sure. It's a meteorological phenomenon, a local one, where the winds, the air, comes down the mountain, down into one of the lowest parts of the city, along the Rio Grande Valley, where it heaps, comes back up. So it builds up the circulation that enables pilots, when it's working, to fly over the field more than one time.
Okay, let's go to audience question.
Hi, my name is Julia, and I was wondering when the first hot air balloon was made.
That's a really good question, Julia. When was the first hot air balloon made?
In 1783, two French brothers named Montgolfier flew the first small balloon in public, too small for a person, in June of 1783. And then a few months later, they flew the first animals, a sheep, a duck, and a rooster. And by November, the first little balloon is in June. By November, they built a balloon that's big enough to carry human beings. And so human beings first took to the sky on November 21st, 1783.
And they didn't have propane, right? So
They didn't. They had to burn straw, and there was a little brazier fireplace kind of thing inside the neck of the balloon. And the whole time they were in the air, they had to keep pitching straw in to keep the fire.
Well, Tom, that is all the time we have for today. I want to first thank our in-house audience, the Washington International School. I really appreciate you all being out there with Marty, keeping him company. I also want to thank the Gertrude E. Skelly Charitable Foundation, which allowed us to be here. The wonderful people at the Balloon Museum. We couldn't have had a better host. And all the wonderful folks actually at the Fiesta who just
all over town.
Oh yeah, we've really felt welcomed here. And you all are in luck. We have a bonus STEM in 30 this month, so check this out.
Check this out. This is the PEP Aeroshell. I'm at the White Sands Missile Range Museum in New Mexico. This thing was used to test the parachutes on the Viking Mars lander. They used a helium balloon to get it up into the atmosphere and then rockets to get it even further up so that they could test it in simulated conditions like it would find on Mars. How do you think humans are going to land on Mars? Are they going to use parachutes? Do you think they might use some other method to land on the planet's surface? How do you think they're going to test those? If you want to learn more about landing on other planets, be sure to check out STEM in 30.
Thank you again so much for watching. Now, we had a much longer conversation with Andy Richardson, and we have that's going to play right after the show. The screen's going to go black, and then there's a 9-minute interview with Andy, and I recommend you all take a look at that. It's really neat stuff. Thanks again for watching, and we are going to leave you with some scenes from the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta.